and gentlemen, please welcome the man of the half hour, the star of Pyle and Company, Jacob Pyle.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Yes. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is that rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the brain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Yes, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. Oh, what a bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, what a bright, sunshiny day. Oh yes, thank you very much. Happy New Year 2016. Welcome to a very special edition of Pyle and Company. My name is Jacob Pyle. Now I hope you guys are enjoying your new year just as much as we are in the studio this week. Now I did say that this week's edition of the show will be a very special edition because this week, before we get started with the new adventures we are looking forward to on upcoming episodes of Pyle and Company throughout 2016, we are going to be looking back at some of our best special guest interviews that Pyle and Company has had over the past year. Now, over the past few months that this program was on the air, Denny, Robert, and I have interviewed several people on our show, as well as letting them show off their talent on our show. So for the next half hour, we are going to be looking back at some of our favorite moments of 2015, and we're going to compile them into one show. We have with us this week in clips our special guests, Kylie Eads, and my fellow class of 2011 graduate, Miss Shelby List. Along with our usual cast of regulars here, our man in Indianapolis, Robert Nash, our very own Tipton Tribune columnist, Denny Altair, Quincy's Brass Band's very own Brad Lobb, and the one and only Mr. No Name. As always, we have a terrific show lined up for you, and we will be back with our Pyle and Company 2015 recap show right after this. Welcome back to Pyle and Company. Our first clip this week that I would like to share with all of you is a very special interview involving my co-host. and I think we'll let him introduce this next clip himself. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Indianapolis, give it up for our co-host on Pyle and Company, Robert Nash.
Thank you, Jacob. To get started with our 2015 recap show, what better way to start than an interview with me? I came on the show a couple of months ago as our newest co-host, and in this clip, Jacob interviews me about what I do. Here's Jacob Pyle interviewing yours truly, Robert Nash.
I'm so excited this week because we have another new member of our Pyle and Company team, another new one actually, that I would like to introduce to all of you. This guy is another fan of our show, and now he's with us as a substitute co-host. He will be filling in for either Denny or I on weeks when either Denny or I are absent, as is the case this week. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to our newest member of our Pyle and Company family, our man in Indianapolis, Robert Nash. Hey Robert, welcome to Pyle and Company.
Hey everybody, how are you, my old friends in Tipton? You Blue Devils, I love you and miss you so much. It's so good to see you again, Jacob.
Now, some of you know it's tradition when we have somebody new to our Pyle and Company family that we take a few minutes to get to know this person. So Robert, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Jacob, my family, the Nash family, has been in Tipton County for many generations. My father was Judge Pat Nash. My mother was Sedina Maines. And I would have graduated in the Tipton High School class of '83 had I not moved at a young age. So unfortunately, I was not able to finish my high school career with my good old buddies, Denny and Mike Moses and Kent Yunt and some of those fellows. But boy, I sure did have a good time growing up in Tipton. I attended Indiana University, and after graduating, I moved back to Tipton for a few years and worked in Indianapolis. As you know, there's a lot of construction between Tipton and Indianapolis, so that drive got to be a bit of a bear. So I now live in Indianapolis. I really miss you folks up there in Tipton County, and I really enjoy this show because it allows me to keep in touch with my good friends and family up in Tipton County.
Now, I understand that you're a big fan of this show. What do you like best about Pyle and Company?
Well, I've got to tell you, Jacob, that's a hard question to answer because there's a lot of things that I like about this show. I enjoy some of the jokes. I enjoy the singing. I always look forward to see what you two will do next. I particularly enjoyed the episode with your father. I thought that was a very informative episode. And I just always feel like I have a little bit better idea what's going on back in my hometown after I watch your newest episode.
Do you have any favorite hobbies?
I do. I have a few hobbies. I spent a lot of years playing guitar. There were a couple of fellas in Tipton that really put me on that path. They would have been Kent Yunt, and Brian Noble, and Jim Noble, some of the musicians there in town, Rick Van Deventer. Heck, I've even heard that Denny Altair's been seen holding a banjo every now and then. So music has been a lifetime hobby for me. As I've grown older, I haven't had as much time to pursue that hobby. I really spend most of my time running our business here in Indianapolis, Nash & Associates. I urge you all to check out our website, www.rlnash.com. I think at 50 years of age, I've enjoyed so much the opportunity to raise three wonderful children, Alexis, Evan, and Zoe Nash. I'm so blessed that my parents, Judge Nash and my mom, Sedina, are still alive, and I'm able to rely on them when I have questions. They're just so fun to visit with. And I'm just so happy that Denny and I have been able to reignite our friendship as we hadn't spoken in many years. The time and whatnot just separated us. It has me from many of my old friends in Tipton, Indiana. So, guitar and music was sure a fun thing for a lot of years, Jacob, but it looks like now at this age, my main hobbies are working and enjoying seeing my children get out of college and into the workforce, and taking a lot of time to reconnect with old friends.
And finally, are you excited about being a substitute co-host for our show?
I gotta tell you, am I excited? Hey, that's the understatement of the year. I think so much of you two guys. I really enjoy watching your show. You know, I just really respect what you're trying to do. I just can't imagine where this show is going to be in just a couple of years. You've come so far, so fast, and I suspect many others are hoping for all the success in the world for this show. It's a clean show. There's nothing but good things happening on this show. It's just good. And I like to associate myself with good things. So really, not only am I excited, but more importantly, I am honored. I am honored the two of you gave me a chance to be a part of what's a really neat project.
Robert Nash, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Jacob. What a great interview we did. We'll be right back with more of our Pyle and Company 2015 recap show right after this.
Welcome back to Pyle and Company. In our next clip, which was coincidentally from one of our earlier shows, Tipton Tribune columnist Denny Altair sat down with special guest Kylie Eads as she tells a very fascinating story about her horse and how she gave that horse to her autistic brother. Here with our special interview is Kylie Eads and Pyle and Company special contributor Denny Altair.
It's time for our interview segment this week. And this week we have a special guest with us from Sharpsville who has a really fascinating story about two horses. Now obviously we know that horses are fun animals to have, but these two horses are really special, especially when one of them belongs to her brother. And here to tell us about that true story is our special guest this week, live from Sharpsville Park over in Sharpsville, Indiana, Kylie Eads. Now before we get into our interview, what are the horses' names?
Bolt and Bogey.
Now, I understand that you told us that you rescued one of your horses. Tell us about that.
We actually rescued Bolt from a place in New Jersey. My sister saw him on Facebook and just fell in love with him, so she decided that she really needed him. She got a hold of the place that he was being held, and she bought him from there and then had some people actually transport him here from New Jersey.
Now, what do you guys like best about your horses?
What I like best is that they do really good with my brother, and he's severely autistic, and he really loves horses, and they do very well with him, and they're very good family horses. They let us ride them, and they have really good personalities. Bolt especially has a very funny personality. He's always got to be up in everybody's business.
This question mainly goes out to all the beginners who are new to having horses. How do you take care of a horse?
The basics of taking care of a horse is probably really just understanding your horse and knowing what makes them feel comfortable, what makes them not feel comfortable. You never want your horse to feel uncomfortable because they're big animals and they can hurt you. Not that they want to, but you don't want to spook them a lot. So you really just need to understand horses, and you need to make sure that their feet are always kept care of and they've got feed and water and a good place to run and let go of all their energy.
And finally, the big question for any beginner out there watching, how do you ride a horse?
Well, there's a lot of different ways to ride a horse. Probably the best way is to find someone who's really experienced and have them kind of show you. And you always want to start on a horse that is what they call dead broke, where they don't throw much fits at all. They'll pretty much be good with whatever you do to them. But you'll want to get up there and have a good amount of confidence and not be scared in what you're doing. Don't question what you're doing, or they also will question what you're doing. So just get on there and have the time of your life.
Kylie Eads, thank you for joining us this week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kylie and Denny. We'll be back with more of our Pyle and Company 2015 recap show after this.
Welcome back to Pyle and Company. In this next clip, we have a short little class of 2011 reunion as Jacob Pyle interviews this next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Jacob Pyle as he interviews Shelby List.
and I'm so delighted to have this lovely lady as my guest co-host on our debut edition of Pyle and Company. And she's here to give some advice to all of you class of 2016 graduates as they choose the right college. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guest co-host this week, my fellow class of 2011 graduate, Miss Shelby List. Hello. Welcome to our debut edition of Pyle and Company. You and I are going to be doing some reminiscing during this interview today, especially about graduation, so the people out there can, get a feeling on what it's about. First, go ahead and tell us a little something about yourself.
Yeah, I was born and raised here in Tipton County, and I'm a 2011 graduate with Jacob, and I just graduated from Taylor University as well.
I've got to ask you, what was it like for you to have been able to graduate?
Yeah, I was really thankful. I really liked high school, and so although I enjoyed my high school time, it was also a lot of hard work. So to be able to finish at the end of 4 years was a big accomplishment, and I was really thankful for it.
Okay. Okay, and I got to admit to you as well, and I said this to my parents before the day we graduated. I had mixed feelings about it. I was happy that I was graduating, but I was also sad that I was leaving Tri-Central to move on to bigger and better things. Now, what is it like now since you have graduated?
Yeah, I was very similar to you, and I remember leaving high school and kind of being really sad and saying, I've got a really good thing going here, and I am really excited about the future, but also kind of nervous because it's like, why would I want to leave something really good for something that could be good but may not be? And now that I've done it, I'm really thankful that I took risks and took a chance and went on to something new and exciting, but it made me really thankful for what I had as well.
Now for starters, what is your advice to the upcoming class of 2016 seniors?
Finish strong till the end, because I think senior year, it's really fun and you should enjoy every minute of it, but also remember that you're trying to go to college or you're trying to go on to a job, and you want to continue to work hard and show that you can work hard through the end.
Okay. And finally, what is your advice for anybody who is starting high school?
Yeah, I would say to start thinking about what you want to do at the beginning of freshman year, and then taking classes that will help you get to where you want to go. So if you want to do more of technical field or you want to get hands-on experiences, think about figuring out how to work your schedule so that you can do that your junior year, your senior year. And if you're preparing for college or a certain job, being able to take classes to see if you might be interested in it. So think about planning early, starting your freshman year, for what you might want to do in 4 years or in the latter part of high school.
And I kind of want to add something too. I mean, as being fellow 2011 graduates, we've been there, we've done that, and it's like when you're transitioning between middle school and high school. It's I know it's going to be kind of rough at first. It's going to be kind of hard, but I think it's like I kind of felt the same. I kind of felt the same way when I transitioned, but. Yeah. It doesn't make that big a difference. You're in the same school and you're in the same building.
Yeah, don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right, and just like I say, if you need any help, ask a teacher or your guidance counselor, your principal. I mean, those people can really help you when, like say, and stuff like that. Because, because high school is no different than middle school, and it's just you get like more harder tests and harder classwork that you have to do and stuff like that. But I think, it may seem hard at first, but as you progress through high school, you find you're used to it and it gets pretty easy from there. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Shelby.
Thanks, Jacob and Shelby. A great interview as always. Don't click that mouse just yet, because there is still more of Pyle and Company coming right up. We'll be right back.
We are always looking for special guests to appear on upcoming episodes of Pyle and Company. If you'd like to be a special guest on our program, leave us a note on our Contact Us section of Pyle and Company website at www.pyleandcompany.weebly.com. Or you can leave us a message on our Pyle and Company Facebook page. Or you can even send us an email to jacobbpyle at jtpyle1@aol.com. Please include your name along with your email address and or telephone number.
Welcome back once again to Pyle and Company. Now, usually at this time of the show every week, I introduce Jacob singing a song. But this week, since this is a clip show, I thought it would be fitting to feature a clip of Jacob singing. How about that? And as most of you know by now, Jacob always signs off each week's show by singing "What a Difference You Made in My Life." This song is not only Jacob's special way of saying goodbye, but he sings it each week as a message to you, the viewers, on how much we appreciate your loyal viewership on Pyle and Company each and every week. So, without further ado, here once again to sing the full version of our closing song, "What a Difference You Made in My Life." Give it up once again for Pyle and Company special contributor Denny Altair and my co-host on Pyle and Company, Jacob Pyle.
What a difference you made in my life. What a difference you made in my life. You're my sunshine day and night. Oh, what a difference you made in my life. You replaced all the broken parts. Oh, what a change you have made in my heart. Love to me was just a word in a song that had been way overused. But now I join in singing, 'cause you show me love's true meaning. Why I want to spread the news. What a difference you made in my life. You're my sunshine day and night. Oh, what a difference you made in my life. What a difference you made in my life. You're my sunshine day and night. What a difference you made. Sing it with me now. What a difference you made in my life. Oh, what a difference you made in my life. You're my sunshine day and night. Oh, what a difference you made. What a difference you made in my life. What a difference you made in my life. You're my sunshine day and night. Oh, what a difference you made. What a difference you made in my life.
Pyle and Company will return after these messages. If you want to watch more episodes of this show, go to www.pyleandcompany.weebly.com, and please don't forget to like our Facebook page as well. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brad. There you have it. Those are our best 2015 moments that Pyle and Company has had to offer. I am so looking forward to all the new episodes of 2016. before we close this week, I have some exciting news that I want to share with you. We're going to be making some major improvements to this program as weeks progress. For example, this is we're making history right now because this is the first time in the 8 years I've been producing videos and the 4 years that I've been making podcasts that this is actually presented in high definition. So the video will be a lot clearer and crisper, and it's going to look great. For those of you who are watching this on a standard definition TV set, you probably won't notice much of a change. Also, as weeks we're gonna be moving we're gonna move our program back to our house. Don't worry about a thing. It will not look as if we're actually filming in someone's house as weeks to come, because we're gonna be having some new backdrops put in, some new lighting and stuff like that. The whole 9 yards, pretty much. So it's gonna look great once it's finished. So just like I say, as weeks progress, we'll pretty much get the hang of it. Our thanks as always to our special guests this week, Connie Cates, Shelby List, and Kylie Eads. And of course, as always, our usual cast of regulars: Tipton Tribune columnist Danny Altair, our man in Indianapolis Robert Nash, and the one and only Mr. No Name. Join us again next week Pyle and Company will return back to normal with songs, skits, and a whole lot more fun stuff. We hope you guys can join us for all the fun that 2016 has to offer beginning next week. And we'll hope to see you then. What a difference you made in my life. What a difference you made in my life. You're my sunshine day and night. Oh, what a difference you made in my life. Yes. I'm Jacob Pyle. For Robert Nash and all of us here at Pyle and Company, until next week, good night and God bless my friends.
The preceding program has been pre-recorded before a live audience. For Pyle and Company, I'm Brad Love.